should know. I mean, we kept
Yeah,
you
I was
up.
gonna. Yeah, I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
How's everybody feeling?
Yeah, fired up. Woo! Right, I should have had you opened up. Got us excited. How's everyone feeling today? So excited to be here to announce round two of the Detroit Startup Fund. I am Mayor Mary Sheffield, and I cannot tell you how honored I am as the newly elected mayor of this city. Yes, to stand here today to really solidify my commitment to entrepreneurship, to innovation in Detroit, and to each and every one of you all. One of my main goals in Detroit is to ensure that we are fostering an ecosystem that retains and attracts our young talent, particularly also our small businesses in the city of Detroit. I do not feel that entrepreneurs should have to leave Detroit and go elsewhere to get the support, the assistance, the funding to succeed and to scale and to grow and to thrive. And so this fund is essential to ensure that entrepreneurs have the success that they need here in the city of Detroit. I would like to thank New Lab for hosting us. Let's give them a round of applause. Black Tech Saturdays, Johnny and Alexa. Is your wife here? She's not here. Oh, but I have to say, I think it was a couple of years ago I had the opportunity to come tour Black Tech Saturdays, and I left feeling very inspired and hopeful. Just seeing the innovation, the ideas, the dreams that so many entrepreneurs in Detroit had really excited me and really encouraged me to know that Detroit is in good hands. And if we just put our money where our mouth is and invest in these dreams and these talents, I believe that Detroit will continue to rise. So again, thank you, Johnny, for all that you're doing with Black Tech Saturdays. I want to thank Techtown, if they're here as well too, Themology as well, and all of you all for being here today. Let me also just say that aside from the Detroit Startup Fund, I have been a fierce supporter of small businesses in Detroit. We also just launched the Small Business Technology Fund that is giving grants to small businesses throughout Detroit to help upgrade technology. So if you're interested in that fund, please make sure you reach out as well. We also launched the Detroit Legacy Business Grant, which is giving grants to our legacy businesses that have been in Detroit for over 30 years or more. And so I just want you all to know that as mayor of this city, that you can expect that we will continue to support and invest in you, not with just words, but with resources. And so the Detroit Startup Fund is one way to do that. We know that oftentimes it could be that one grant that really allows you all to grow and to scale and to succeed. And so I hope that everyone applies. It will be competitive, but just know that this is just the beginning. We will continue to allocate resources to support entrepreneurs here in the city of Detroit. So thank you all for being here. And without further ado, we will bring up Justin Awanu. Did I say that right? I said it right. I practiced 3 times. And I just want to say, can we give him a loud round of applause? This gentleman here Justin works tirelessly to connect entrepreneurs in Detroit to resources, and you can just tell his passion that he has for small business in Detroit, and I am so honored to have him serving in the administration to carry on this amazing work. So Justin, go right ahead.
Thank you. My mom is 100% going to call me tonight and say, I saw that, aw. So thank you, Mayor, for your dedication. And I want to start just by saying Mayor Sheffield has made it clear very early on in her administration that people need businesses and businesses need people. She has said that time and time again. And so the Detroit Startup Fund, which was started with leadership from then Council President Sheffield, as well as the Legacy Business Program and so many other projects, are a reflection of the care that she has for small businesses and for startups building right here in the city of Detroit. I do want to say that the Detroit Startup Fund's purpose is to empower you all as startup leaders, as entrepreneurs who are building what the future of this country, this world, this city looks like right here at home. And so if you are interested, if you're a founder, if you're someone that's thought, I wonder if I should build this company, this startup, this great idea that I have in the city of Detroit, you absolutely should. And the Detroit Startup Fund is just one reflection of our dedication and our commitment to the work that you all are doing. I want to also recognize round one of the recipients. We had 13 companies and startups that were selected for round one of the Detroit Startup Fund, from biotech to environmental tech to healthcare. I mean, there were so many great ideas, hundreds of applications in the first round. So you heard the mayor say that this will be a competitive application. It will be competitive, but it's the fact that you all are putting in time and time of work and resources yourselves that we want to match that. And so, again, I encourage you all to go to detroitmi.gov/startup. Apply by March 2nd. You'll share your information about the startup, your long-term vision, what you've already done to execute on that vision, and then you'll also share a pitch deck so that the folks who are reviewing your application can get a real sense of all of the hard work and the love that you all have put into your startups and to your businesses. So again, go to detroitmi.gov/startup, apply by March 2nd, and we look forward to recognizing so many of the amazing founders who are in this room today in a short time. Now it's my pleasure. I want to introduce someone who has played a pivotal role in making sure that the Detroit Startup Fund can be executed without a hitch, and that's the Detroit Economic Growth President and CEO, Kevin Johnson.
It is indeed an honor for me to say a few words about what we're trying to accomplish. Before we get started, there's a couple of people that I want to acknowledge. One is our mayor, Mary Sheffield. Now, let me tell you a quick story. So when I first met her, she was council member Sheffield, and she was on us about doing something like this. And then she became council president Sheffield, and she was on us about doing something like this. Now she's Mayor Sheffield, and she's still on us about doing something just like this. So the consistency of Mayor Sheffield has been a hallmark and a cornerstone for everything that we do to support startups in this city. The second person I want to acknowledge is my colleague, Sean Gray, who's been so committed to what we're trying to accomplish. So, you know, Detroit is a city, we build stuff, right? We built the cars that moved America. We built the music that moved America and changed their mood in dark times. And now we're building companies that will change America. And that is what this is all about. We don't do small things in Detroit, right? We don't do small riverfronts. We don't do small bridges. We don't do well, we do small cars. But it took a minute for us to start doing small cars. The point is this, that when we launch a startup fund, that is not just about writing checks. It's about hoping for the best. It's about making strategic bets in Detroit that we hope will yield the kind of impact that Detroiters are used to. And that's what this is all about. This matters because when we talk about economic development, we're not just talking about buildings and tax incentives, which you hear a lot about. We're talking about people. We're talking about you all. And that's why we have to continue on this platform forever, because this is a forever moment. This is not temporary. And temporary means temporary. Forever means forever. And that's what we have to continue to do. So I thank you for coming today, and I thank you for the round two companies. Justin just said, applications are open. It's going to be a competitive process. We want the best and the brightest because Detroit is a city of the best and the brightest, right? That's what we are. So what we need now is more funders and more founders to make the leap. Make the leap, right? We need you to be thinking about starting companies that can take advantage of the infrastructure of support that Mayor Sheffield and this whole platform is all about. That's what we're trying to encourage you to do today. And one of the organizations that continues to be here, this organization is the loudest in the room, the loudest in the building, and because they're so loud, they need to be heard. And can't nobody bring it like JT. So JT, come on up, and thank you for what you're doing. I'm gonna just hold this.
this. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Good afternoon, good afternoon. I'm going to be brief. First off, can we please give a huge thank you to our mayor, Mary Sheffield, from her coming here and round tables with us and listening and understanding the people behind the tech companies to create such a vehicle in Detroit, to really invest in the founders and make sure we all know our dreams have a home here. She's been a champion. She's listened. She's taken my text messages. If you know, I really don't have hours. So she listens to ideas and we love it. But I wouldn't be me if I didn't do this. If you're a founder and entrepreneur, can you please stand up? Woo! I love it. I love it. We got here because we signed petitions, we went to meetings, and because of all of you are helping to drive this renaissance in Detroit. And so I'm so excited to be here, especially on the second day of Black History Month. So we're really excited. The first 13 companies in round one were some favorites, some surprises, but we see how connected they are to the ecosystem. So it wouldn't be me if I didn't do this. If you're a resource provider, an investor, someone who's helping in this ecosystem, can you stand up and wave your arms? We can't do this without you. The Startup Fund is one stop on the journey, and all of these are some people that you need to get to know. All of the organizations are powerful in helping you move. So with that, I'm so excited as these applications are open up. I'm going to turn it back over to Justin to let you hear from one of the winners from round one.
Make some noise for Black Tech Saturdays again. So one of the things that's special about Detroit is there's partnership. There was listening sessions, tours, service providers, making sure to connect with founders and to propose and to move this startup fund forward. So this startup fund, as I forgot to mention earlier, is two types of funding that are available for you all. The first is seed funding. So if you're a founder looking to get that check to move your startup, move your idea forward, there's $15,000 available for the seed funding round. If you're a founder who has raised money, you've built your startup, you're looking for that next check, and maybe this investment will help you also bring in additional capital, there is scale funding available, $50,000 in funding. Make some noise for all of that money. So 3 startups will be chosen at the scale level, and 10 startups will be chosen at the seed level. So just want to mention that. I also want to mention one of the, I would say, fiercest founders in the whole country, in the whole world, is right here in Detroit. Her name is Crystal Brown. She's the founder and CEO of Cirque Nova, a biotechnology company, and one of our first awardees of the Detroit Startup Fund. So make some noise for Crystal.
Thank you, Justin, and thank you, Mayor Sheffield. It's an honor to be here. So, founder to founders, to a group of founders, I want to tell you why this type of program is so important. But first, let me tell you about Cirque Nova and what we're doing for biotech. At Cirque Nova, we use advanced science and artificial intelligence to help doctors and drug developers bring drugs and therapeutics to market faster, more affordable, and to a larger group of people. That's really important because we are treating diseases, or we're working to treat diseases that plague our community, people right here in the city, and it's being born out of Detroit. I am deeply grateful to the Detroit Economic Growth Corporation for awarding Cirque Nova one of the first scale of grants of $50,000. Let's hear it, because let me tell you what that $50,000 did. That grant supported all of my recruiting efforts and allowed me to fully build out my technical department. Today, Cirque Nova has a team of world-class engineers, scientists, and innovators from around the world working together to bring new RNA therapeutics that will be designed right here in Detroit. The grant didn't just make this possible, it opened up opportunity for our city to be able to shine and show that we are not underdeveloped, we are not under-resourced, we are properly stacked to be a leader not only in the biotech industry, but in the technical industry at large and be recognized around the world. So to my fellow startup founders, for those of you who have ideas, seed ideas, or for those of you who have already started getting building, please know that programs like this are here to support you, that we have a mayor who is passionate, personally invested in making sure that we are supported and that we can grow. When you participate in programs like this, you're not just building a company. You're doing it in Detroit, where we are building a new ecosystem and an emerging tech hub. I am proud to grow here. I'm proud to stay here. I'm proud to hire here, and I'm proud to innovate here. And I am proud to be in a room with all of the founders and builders and funders and supporters like yourself, because this is just the beginning. So yes, apply, because I'll be here to listen to you after round 2. Mayor, thank you for your innovation. We're just getting started. We're gonna make Detroit look good.
Make some noise for Crystal Brown. So again, you heard it here first. Apply, apply, apply. Detroit, mi.gov/startup. We're now going to hear from one of the partners that made this possible, New Lab. You all have known that so many events, so many connections, so many relationships, so many funding opportunities comes from the relationship that's possible because we have this physical space here. So please make some noise for New Lab. We're going to hear from Colleen Howe, who is the managing director of New Lab.
I don't really want to follow Crystal because that was way too good. So Colleen Howe, Managing Director of New Lab. We are a critical technology venture platform, and we're global. And Detroit was intentionally our second location. I am a Michigander, born and raised. My parents both grew up in Detroit. My first job was down the street at Wayne State University, so a lot of love for Detroit in my heart. And I truly do believe if you want to make hard things, you come to Michigan to do it, and specifically you come to Detroit. I don't really care about what's happening in the coast. Come here if you actually want to make things. And so we're here to support founders. We have the physical space, yes, but it's also about if you want to build, test, and commercialize and scale technology, you need those first customers. So we're out there talking to industry to figure out who those first customers might be for you, especially if you're in the B2B space. There are great organizations like Techtown here that support with programming. Johnny did what I like to do, which is like, who's a founder in the room and who's a supporter? And so you saw who those people are. The thing I would add on to that is if you're a founder, or if you're someone who's supporting founders, get back to that person right away. Every day that they don't have the help that they need is another day that they're burning cash, and they might not be in business at the end of the day. So we are all here to support the great founders that are here in Detroit. New Lab is just honored to be a partner at the table. In addition to the space, we're here to support you in other ways as well. So definitely talk to us later about how we can help. And make sure you're using those resources. There are so many resources available to you, including people who are running some of the programs like at Techtown. Niles is here somewhere, who is a former founder. People who understand what it means to be in your shoes every single day. I talk to founders daily. It's the best thing I do. Everybody has ideas. Everyone has interesting ideas. It's those people who go out and execute on those ideas, those people like Crystal who are out there doing the thing that we all need to support, because that's the hard part of it. So thank you for being here today. We are super excited to be part of this journey. We want to thank the mayor for having the vision to support this, because we can do a lot of economic growth by supporting emerging technology and startups. So thank you.
Give it up for New Lab one more time. So I mentioned over 600 applications in round 1. A lot of those folks came from New Lab, and a lot of those folks came from Techtown. Techtown has been around for decades and has been supporting startups and founders and small businesses all throughout our city, all throughout our metro. So please give it up for Techtown, and we're going to hear from Chief Program Officer Christiane Malone.
Thank you. What up, though, everybody? That's what I'm saying. As Justin said, I am Christiane Malone. I am the Chief Program Officer at Techtown, as well as Assistant Vice President of Economic Development at Wayne State University. And as a born and raised Detroiter, East Side, now West Side, this announcement and the leadership of our mayor, Mayor Sheffield, adds to the mountain of reasons why I am so proud to call this city home. Detroit has always been a leader in innovation, and as we rapidly enter the next chapter of the technological revolution, this city will continue to be a leader in giving our residents and our businesses the resources and support they need to advance their work. Techtown, Detroit's entrepreneurship hub, Wayne State's entrepreneurship hub, Detroit's first smart zone, Detroit's first innovation district, and a small business support hub, we have been at the forefront of fostering technology-driven ventures, empowering entrepreneurs, and creating sustainable economic impact in Detroit and beyond. as Justin and Colleen mentioned, and Johnny and Kevin and Mayor Sheffield and Crystal, we have been here for decades, and many familiar faces are here in the room. I see a lot of Techtown alum, a lot of Techtown partners, all of it, and that just shows that how interconnected our ecosystem truly is in this city. And we at Techtown are proud to partner and continue to champion these initiatives that come from the City of Detroit and the Detroit Economic Growth Corporation and the Detroit Startup Fund. And they are just one of many various programs that help help advance technology adventures through capital infusion. And so for over 20 years, Detroit and Techtown have been a part of the Tech Founders entrepreneurial journey, from ideation to launch to go to market. And as Justin mentioned, 11 out of the grant recipients of the first round of the Tech Startup Fund actually came from Techtown and Venture 313, with many of those top awards going to those founders that we had impact with, including Miss Crystal. So we're very proud of that. And so as we continue to partner with Black Tech Saturdays, New Lab, we're together providing a pipeline for Detroit's founders to start and grow. And collectively, we are showing the country and the world that Detroit is the home and living definition of innovation. Yes, let's give it up, right. And with the vision and leadership of Mayor Sheffield and her administration, they are doubling down on Detroit as a tech hub, and by launching this round 2 of Detroit Startup Fund. Because Detroit has been here, we've always been here, we have been leading innovation for the world for centuries. And so as we encourage those looking to apply for the Detroit Startup Fund, work with Techtown, work with our partners, because you're not only going to start your venture, but you're going to learn what it takes to be successful and learn how to leverage opportunities like the Detroit Startup Fund. So again, thank you to the City of Detroit for this program, and to others that support the city's entrepreneurs, founders, and small businesses to start here, scale here, and be successful right here in the city of Detroit. Thank you again.
So as was mentioned, DetroitMI.gov/ we can do better than that. DetroitMI.gov/ there we go. Okay, so make sure you apply by March 2nd. We've heard from so many amazing experts and leaders in our ecosystem, so please make sure that you're connecting with them, using your resources, connecting with other founders as you all are on this journey. So again, apply by March 2nd. We're gonna do one more thing, which is something I got from Johnny. We're gonna take a big group photo, but before that, I wanna see if there are any questions from the audience or from press, and then we'll direct it to our leaders up here. Any questions? Yes. Yep. Any other questions?
I have a question. So my question is, once your application is submitted, what's
Yep.
going to be the follow-up to know if you've been selected for the fund?
Yep. Kevin, you want to take this?
So you'll be informed as we get to the sunset of the application process, and then what we encourage, though, and really I think behind your question is, if you're not selected, what do we do with the rest, right? So there is a portal that we keep of all the applicants, so we can encourage you if there's a round 3, which I'm sure there will be, so that you can reapply. But you'll be informed right at the end where there'll be a scoring system, and we'll let you know as soon as that process is complete.
We're going to take it one at a time. So, Jasmine?
Yes, my question is, if selected in fund,
Yep.
how are the funds dispersed? Is it all at once, or is it in segments?
Yep, so there's segments. So if you receive a scale grant, this is city money that was appropriated to the Detroit Economic Growth Corporation. So, and just keeping with common practice, so there are 3 tranches. If for $50,000, there's 3 different equally sized distributions that will come for the $50,000. And then for the 15, there are 2 $7,500 checks that will come to you. You'll also have to provide updates just on how the money was spent, et cetera, to get the next round of funding.
Gary Hunter, Detroit. Shot news to the mayor and to the team. When people get somewhere to get the business, is there, and I know there's got to be another proud moment for y'all. She promised to come back. She's back. I think we should give her a hand for that. All right. The question is the city of Detroit now going to partner with some
Absolutely. So this has gone on in round one. It'll continue to go on. And even for folks who are not selected, there's efforts to make sure that the DGC, through Sean's leadership and through Kevin's leadership, continue to connect and provide resources to folks. We're going to take one more question, and then we're going to take a group photo. And then if there are additional questions, we'll be over here to the side along with folks from DGC to answer questions. So our last one, standing up here. Yep. So if you go to DetroitMI.gov, we'll make sure there will be a number of information sessions. So 3 information sessions where you can learn more about the process, learn more about the application criteria, how folks will be judged and scored, and that's an opportunity to get feedback on whether it's a good fit for the program. Does that answer your question? Yep, so we'll continue to have information sessions and get ready for round 3 and round 4, so that will be the opportunity to get feedback on that. And sorry, our last question here. Yep. So 11 out of 13 of the companies that were selected for round 1 were from Detroit residents. It's not an absolute requirement. You just need to be building your startup in Detroit. And so to have a presence, whether it's headquarters or otherwise, we want to make sure that we're investing in folks who are creating jobs in Detroit. Thank you all. Make some round of applause for yourselves. Again, DetroitMI.gov/. All right. We're going to take one group photo, so if folks can just stand up, and then we will be here, and then the photographers will be here, and then we'll be dismissed. Yeah. Hi. Hi, it's good to see you.